Hi guys. So apparently only one of you submitted a question. Carolyn, rock on, by the way. She submitted one of the questions back here, and so I decided I would just write myself 27 questions. Sure, why not? Actually, 26 questions. So figuring out one question for every year. Oh, I almost gave away the answer to one of the questions. I hope you guys can hear me with music, because I'm playing music, which is what moves me anyway. I'm not going to be able to, use this for something really cool. But here it goes. I'm going to put the list of the questions and the answers below in the comments, plus links to any websites or whatever that I might mention. So here we go. Question number 1. How old am I? Well, in about 15 minutes, I'm going to be 27. That's right, 27. If you didn't figure it out from the previous words, yes, things. Favorite color, teal. In case you haven't noticed, like any combination blue and green, especially this is like the perfect pillow. Any combination blue and green, I'm all about that. Favorite hard drink, Moscato wine. I found a cupcake Moscato has been one of the best ones. But I found I think it's like Rosita or something like that. It's a pink sparkling Moscato wine. It is awesome. It is really good. Favorite, shall we say, soft drink is Mountain Dew. Any version of Mountain Dew I've noticed has been pretty good. But like the best ones, Code Red, Voltage, Live Wire, even Baja Blast at Taco Bell is pretty good. One thing I love doing is mixing regular Mountain Dew and Baja Blast together, and it's been really good. It kind of gives this really cool neon green look to it, so yeah. Favorite food, I couldn't really narrow it down to like one dish or anything, so I actually just narrowed it down to noodles. Whether Italian style or Chinese, like spaghetti or lo mein, I love them both. I can't exactly choose one over the other. So I just flatly said noodles. But no, I've not been to I think it's called Noodle Bowl or something like that. I have not been there before. I want to go there one of these days. Somebody wants to give me a gift card to that? Yeah, I'll give you a review. Don't worry. Favorite animals, because I cannot narrow down to one, is definitely dolphin or sloth. I love dolphins. They're water creatures, and usually they're very blue or gray, and I love them. They're just so cute. Sloths, a lot of people make fun of me for liking sloths, but they're just so cute. I love special needs kids, and usually, some of them either look like they have Down syndrome, or they look like they're a little high. So they're just so cute. I just can't help it. They're adorable. Family, yes, love you. Some of you don't know about my family, or parts of my family, but you don't know the other parts of my family. I actually kind of did a makeshift family tree with my mom. You can see this. Her parents are Harold and Nancy, and they had my mom and my Aunt Gwen. Hi, Gwen. Mom had us. Unfortunately, my Aunt Gwen hasn't had any kids. That's okay. She's still pretty awesome. My dad's parents are Clarence and Mary. My grandma Mary had a son previously to her marriage with Clarence. But I have my Aunt Jen, Virginia, Aunt Martha, my Uncle Bobby, Uncle Walter, and then my dad. My dad was the youngest of 5, sort of 6. And there is a 10-year gap between Bobby and Walter. And then there's I think 2 years between Walter and my dad. So yeah, I'm the baby of the baby. Yeah, those are all my first cousins. There's at least ones I know of. Unfortunately, being the baby of the baby, I haven't really met a lot of my cousins. I know like some of their kids, but we're only that close. I mean, we did a lot of stuff with my grandma for Thanksgiving. Really didn't do a whole lot with the Moores, with that side of the family. I don't know why, we just never did. But yeah, so my brother and sister, my older brother, who's 5 years older than me, lives in New York right now, which is a long story. One of these days I might talk about it. And then I've got an older sister, a couple years older, who stayed back in Indiana when we left. And then my dad, some people may or may not know, but my dad died in 2001, April 20th, 2001, due to kidney failure from diabetes. So, yeah, that's another long story. Again, I'll delve deeper into that one these days, just not today. Today's not that day. Today will not be that day. Sorry, I just felt like saying that. Moving on to next question. Pets. Right now I sadly don't have any pets, except for my porch critters. But most of my life, well, all my life I've had pretty much a cat up until the last about year and a half. I've had dogs like for a day, like max. Just for whatever reason, just never have. Yeah, my cat Tala died about a year and a half ago, and so I've been pet free ever since. We just now just hasn't been the time to get another pet. We're just not wanting to deal with that responsibility at the moment. Just so I can get this one out of the way. Relationship. No, I don't have one right now. I've been single for a year and 6 days. Well, a year and 7 days. Or 5 days. Yeah. That's another long story. You can go back through my Facebook and see the history on that one. But yes, I'm single right now, even though I do wear a ring. It's actually a ring that my dad bought my mom. I went with him when he bought the ring, so yeah, not an engagement ring. Alright, next question. What question? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Question number 10. Best friends. I know you're only supposed to have one best friend and stuff, but I couldn't really narrow it down. These 3 people have been the most real people I've known, which is a big deal for me. I know too many fake people. People who pretend to be your friend and then turn out to stab you right in the back. Yay! I just punched myself. So, these 3, in no particular order, I'd just like to say no particular order. Megan Combs, my sister from another mother and father, for that matter. She and I and her husband, we call ourselves the 86er triplets. Unfortunately, she used to live here for a while, but her and her husband moved back to Ohio. I was like, great, I lose another sister to the Midwest. But she had to for family reasons. But I can still consider her my best friend. One of my best friends. So definitely, she's really like another sister to me. My friend Sheena Rhodes at work. Hey, Sheena. She's definitely become one of my best friends at work, especially. Because again, she's real. She's one of the few people I can actually talk to and not have to worry about, oh, you know, I know she's going to go off and tell so-and-so that I just talk smack about them. I don't have that problem with her. And then Janine Rhodes, no relation, at synagogue. Even though we'll know each other for a few months, she's been really cool. Again, another person that's just really real and really down to earth. And you can just talk to her and not have to worry about her judging you or talking behind your back or, you know, talking smack. I mean, she's real. I mean, she's real, but she's real. You know, she's like real. So that's why those three have definitely become my three best friends. I know I'm gonna get, but what about me? I'm totally your best friend. I know I love you all. I love all people. Okay, I love most people. I'm gonna just be straight honest here. But I had to pick those three as the top three. Anyway, question number 11. I don't know. I'm gonna try to write them below somewhere, wherever at the bottom of the screen is, somewhere down here on the bed. I'm gonna write the question so you'll follow along in the counting, right there, right around here somewhere. I don't know. Maybe. I'm gonna feel like, you know, David Letterman. Number 11. Favorite candy. This is one that took me a while to really narrow it down. I really wasn't sure. Like, I knew I had something chocolate. Definitely chocolate. Chocolate and caramel are definitely an amazing combination. You're all peeking at the list. I know you are. Here, gosh. But chocolate and caramel is definitely a good combination. Rolos, I like those, but I don't know, for some reason they're a little too chewy. But Twiks and Milky Way have definitely been my top two favorites. I think with Milky Way, especially getting the bites, is a little bit better. Twiks is still too long, and there's the doubles, and you're not sure if you should give one to a friend or eat them both or hold one off till later. I don't know. But favorite desserts. Hershey's pie, Hershey's chocolate cream pie from Edie's is amazing. Which is probably what I'll have tomorrow for my birthday cake. Oh, and by the way, guys, it's 12:03, which means I'm 27. I'm 27. I'm 20. By the way, for those of you who are looking at the clock going, but wait, didn't you say 15? Yeah, I took a bathroom break. Okay, so sue me. I'm 27. I'm 27. I'm 27. Did I look wrong to anybody else? Okay, just so you know. Anyway, so Hershey's chocolate cream pie has deemed my favorite dessert, even though I love coffee flavored things and and cheesecake stuff. If there ever is a chocolate coffee cheesecake, I'll devour it. So if anybody ever finds one, let me know. But yeah, Hershey's chocolate cream pie has been amazing. Favorite vacation spot? It took me a while to figure that one out, because we never gone like vacationing. I'm going to vacation. I mean, when we were younger, we did a lot of camping trips, but there wasn't like, oh, we went on vacation to Disney, or we went to the theme park in southern Indiana, but which is awesome. I don't need Disney. I have Holiday World. But as far as place to visit, going to the ocean was pretty cool, and I've been torn either love of the ocean or love of the mountains, and I think I would definitely have to say that ideal, like, perfect vacation spot would be in Cherokee, North Carolina, actually at the Kona Lofty Village, or, you know, in the area. I've met some really cool friends there. Matt29, Buttface. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. I met Jason Kobilis there. Cody Grant, probably one of the coolest tour guides I've had at the village. Steven, I'm totally blanking on her name right now. I'm sure I probably can pronounce it if I was even new. Also one of my coolest tour guides up there. Yeah, I've done several tours. Mike Crow. I almost forgot about you, Mike. Sorry. And wife and daughters who are so cute. So yeah, I met a lot of cool people there. Bo Taylor, who are people on the list later on. But yeah, I've met some really cool people there, and I can feel my ancestry calling to me there. I can feel my heritage come alive when I'm there. And yes, I look like an Irish chick. but it's not my fault that my Cherokee ancestor married an Irish ancestor, and I got his looks instead of hers. Not my fault. Not my fault. But I feel very alive there. I have no idea what that was. But yeah, the Cherokee Aryan, especially the Oconaluftee village and the drama, I think if I could just go away and spend a week anywhere, it would definitely be there. So, who wants to put me up in their house? Kidding. Kidding. I'm going to wait till it's a little warmer, because I don't want to get stuck up in the mountains. Favorite restaurant? It took me a while to really narrow it down to a favorite restaurant. I mean, I love Chinese food and I love Italian food, but since there's no Fazoli's around here, I love that place. I went ahead and narrowed it down to Golden Corral, because that place is just, it's got everything, and any place that I can go up and get plate after plate of steak is just amazing. Usually what I'll do is I'll get steak and then the nacho cheese sauce that they've got nearby, and I kind of do like a little fondue thing. Oh my god. Y'all need to try that. Just saying. I'm just saying. See, this is what you guys miss when I've got you in my hand. You miss all this. Now you're wishing I was holding you, don't you? Please hold me. No, kidding. Favorite sport? Audience? What sport is it? NASCAR, that's right. I don't really like any other sport. Go figure. I mean, baseball, I could care less. I mean, I've been to a few baseball games, minor league team in my hometown, the Otters. I've been to a couple of games with my dad, with a friend of mine back in middle school. In fact, right after our 6th grade orientation. Literally, right after. But, baseball's never been a thing for me. And then the other sports have really got my attention. No other teams. I'm like, I used to like the Miami Dolphins, but go figure why. I like their colors. And heck, the other day I was wearing an orange shirt and teal pants with my orange and teal shoes. And, I mean, their mascot's cute. Their colors are cute. I just can't name you a single other player since Dan Marino left. Gee, silly me. But anyway, favorite bands. Funny part was, as I was reading this and listening to my music on here, I realized I kind of missed one of them. Whoops. Thankfully, I can do it now. Imagine Dragons. I don't know if you've heard any of their songs yet on here. The 2 big hits right now is It's Time and Radioactive. Radioactive has probably the weirdest video I've ever seen, and that's saying something because I've seen some really, really weird videos. Another band, I love their music, I love their performance. Not too in love with the people themselves, but Steam Powered Giraffe. And I know I'm going to get some hate from that on this, but you know what? They know what happened. If you go to my Facebook, you can see some of the issues that went on, but I still love them as a band. I still love a few of their members. Again, long story I'm not going to go into. I'm sure you guys can hear the music. Halftime. Okay, that's it. And if you didn't hear the music, it's obvious what I'm listening to. One of the other favorite bands, unfortunately, is not a current band anymore, but I've become obsessed with them because of Kevin McHale from Glee. He was an old band called NLT, Not Like Them. It's pretty cool, and I love some of their music, so I was sort of obsessed with their sound. The other band that I forgot to write down, and I was like, oh my gosh, how did I miss them? We the Kings. Charles Trippy's band. Well, not Charles. The band Charles is in We the Kings is awesome. Any band that has a ginger for lead singer, it's alright in my book. So We the Kings rocks. Love you, Travis and Charles and Hunter and Coley and Nerd Rock and Danny. Ooh, I almost forgot you, Danny. Love you guys. Favorite websites to shop on. Oriental Trading Company, OTC, is definitely one of the coolest websites to shop on, play on, all that. And Amazon, that's also been a fun one to shop on and see some of the cool things that people sell there. I mean, I bought a box of watermelon flavored Jolly Ranchers for a friend of mine on there. I thought I just saw that. If you can read backwards, you can read this. But yeah, Amazon and Oriental Trading has some really cool, interesting things on there. So those are two definitely my favorite, like, shopping websites. Now there's several other websites that I like to hang on. Sorry, readjusting. Like, you know, I used to play on a couple websites. Plus, you're just living on Facebook and YouTube. Alright, so favorite actor and actress. This was kind of a hard one to really narrow down. There's so many good actors and actresses out there. But I pretty much chose ones that I have a lot of their movies, or I love so many of their movies, and there's not too many of those others that I don't like, or that I really, really, really never, ever want to see. I mean, Johnny Depp, I love him. I do. I love him so much. But there's a few of his movies I don't ever want to see again, or don't want to see in the first dang place. So, yeah. I unfortunately, he's definitely in the top 3, but Gary Oldman kind of beat him to the top spot. Mainly because, like Charles Trippy was talking about the other day on his vlog, his wife was finally making him watch the Harry Potter movies, and she was talking, they were talking about Sirius Black, and he was talking about how Gary Oldman is different in every single one of his movies, and that's just what makes him really cool. I mean, from Batman to Fifth Element to Sirius Black and Red Riding Hood, Sid Vicious and Sid and Nancy, the Scarlet Letter, I could list about a gazillion more movies probably. Tigger Taylor Soldier Spy. Sorry, I had to say at least one more. But he always has a different look. Not only that, but he's just an amazing person, and he's got cute boys. Okay, at least one. I know Alfie's pretty cute. And he's pretty cute for his old age. As far as favorite actress, again, it was a hard one to really narrow down. It was pretty much between Anne Hathaway. I love her, but there's a few of her things I'm not too fond of. I was also contemplating Amanda Seyfried. I love her, especially in Mamma Mia. But I definitely had to pick Jennifer Lawrence. Again, same reason why I picked My Best Friends. Jennifer Lawrence is very real. She doesn't get swept away in the Hollywood. She talks about farting and about wearing her wetsuit in the water she can pee in. Having her fangirl moment with Jeff Daniels. I mean, the fact that she still freaks out and fangirls out, I think is so cool. And she's super hilarious. And that just makes her definitely my ultimate role model and favorite actress. Alright, next question. Favorite movie? This is really going to throw some people for a loop. If you don't know about me, Bride and Prejudice. I said Bride. B-R-I-D-E. Not Pride. Bride and Prejudice. It is the Bollywood version of Pride and Prejudice story. It is so cool. For you Lost fans, Saeed, he's in it. Those of you who know who, I'm blanking on his name right now. But there's the guy who plays Darcy. I'll put his name down here in his IMDb link. But he's gorgeous. Anybody who knows Ashwari Rai, Bakchan now, she's Bollywood goddess, and she's in that. There's a guy who, oddly enough, is in Silver Linings Playbook with Jennifer Lawrence. The guy who's her therapist. He plays Mr. Bakshi, as in the Bennetts. He's Mr. Bennett, just the Bakshis. So he's really funny, and he's really cool in it. So yeah, definitely my favorite movie, because it's a really cool story with Pride and Prejudice, which I've seen Keira Knightley's version, plus with the Bollywood action and everything. Favorite holiday? I don't even know where I could put it right here for all I care. Again, one of those. Wait, what? Purim has definitely become one of my favorite holidays. I know you're all going, what? Purim is a Jewish holiday. It's where you get to dress up. It's actually been known as the Jewish Halloween because you dress up, have fun, tell the story of Esther. In fact, it's all about the story of Esther, about how she had to hide who she was to help her people. So it's kind of in there. I'm going to try and link to the Purim play that we did last year. I was the drunk narrator, which was really cool. I wasn't really drunk, by the way, but I did have a bottle of, it's Trifection, an amazing Moscato wine, Trifection bottle that had water in it, and I was sipping it and walking around, but you can see it in the video. But yeah, Purim is so much fun, because you're getting to dress up and, tell a story and just have a merry old time. Some of the traditional Jews actually do celebrate it, and you're supposed to get absolutely sloshed. By the end of it, you don't know the difference between Haman and Esther. So yeah, there's that one. This one is going to be the absolute long list with a lot of links. Celebrities I've gotten to meet. It was funny, while I was writing down the list of celebs I've met, which is right here, I realized I've met a lot of musicians, authors, and NASCAR personalities. Sadly, not a lot of actors. I really just haven't been in the right place, even though this has become, Hollywood East here in Charlotte area. Unfortunately, when the cast of Hunger Games was here, I didn't get to see them while they were just down in Charlotte. When Nick Jonas was just filming literally down the road, unfortunately, didn't get to see him. But the list, and I'm sure I'm missing somebody. And some of these people, again, I'm putting links below because they're celebrities to me. And the people who I know, other people know who they are. So as far as I'm concerned, they're celebrities. Some of them may be just, local celebrities, but they're celebrities in my mind. The list of people who last name Earnhardt that I've met is quite extensive. Unfortunately, Dale Jr. is not on it, but I have got to meet his older brother Carrie, who's the coolest probably. Kelly Earnhardt Miller, Martha Earnhardt, Carrie's son, one of Carrie's sons, Jeffrey, and Taylor Earnhardt. I've gotten to meet Denny Hamlin, Michael Waltrip, Richard Childress, who actually came and did autographs at my store that I work at, which is pretty cool. Got to meet him right there in the break room. I'll try to find where I got him to sign a piece of paper. Got to meet Joey Logano. And a lot of those actually met at a festival together, met them at the same time. The band members was Team Power Giraffe, as you can probably see on my Facebook, and you can see through on my other YouTube channel, my original. The band members are David Bennett, Chris Bunny Bennett, Michael Philip Reed, love you, Matt Smith, Steve Negretti, their sound technician. And, well, there's the girls too. Paige Law, who I love. And I think Carolina Proxy's still with them. Pretty sure she is. I don't know. But those guys I got to meet back in July at Anime Midwest. And thing is though, I'm sure I met like some of the voice actors, and I got to see this other rapping band, but I never got to talk to them. There was a lot of voice actors and a lot of anime people there. I don't know who they were, so I got to meet some people I didn't even realize I knew them, so I'm not counting them here. I got to meet Casey Kane, Rebecca St. James, an awesome Christian singer, Anita Renfro, a hilarious woman, Paolo Garbanzo, or Paul Hudderts, he's a Renaissance Fair performer and a official fool of Muncaster Castle in England. I'll put a link to his page and his YouTube channel below, or some links to his YouTube videos. Saul McLaren, I'm probably mispronouncing his name, I usually do. It's one of the few actors I got to meet. Him and Michael Spears I got to meet at Williamsburg, Virginia, at the Historic Village. They were doing a play with my friends Cody Grant and Michael Crow. They were doing a play with Wes Studi and Irene Beddard. I remember her name. Irene Beddard did the voice for Pocahontas, and Wes Studi, who's... Yeah, you guys are reading that, aren't you? Wes Studi, who is just one of those native actors, but a lot of people know him for the voice of... I'm blanking on his character's name, but he's Neytiri's dad in Avatar. And of course I got to meet Jason Kobilis. I always keep Kobilis. Bo Taylor and Matt Tunai. They're people I met in Cherokee, and you know, Bo Taylor and Matt have CDs you can purchase in Cherokee. So to me, that they're local celebrities, as it were. I don't know who else may know them. If you like native music in Cherokee or flute music, that's what Matt does. So if you don't know who they are, look them up. I'm going to try and link to some of their stuff below. I've gotten to meet, through my new congregation, a lot of Messianic Jewish artists and speakers. So the following is a lot of that. Joel Chernoff, Paul Wilbur. A lot of people know who Paul Wilbur is because he's done a lot of stuff with the church. Ted Pierce, Joshua Aarons, the family is Zamir Lavav. Well, that's the band's name is Zamir Lavav. The family that does it, I've talked a little bit about them. They were just at the concert back on the 20th, I think it was. So yeah, I'll link their stuff. Eddie Chumney, Bill Cloud, and a husband and wife team that the band's called Mishkanim. One of the other actors I got to meet at one random sci-fi, it was Star Trek convention in my hometown. My brother went to, but when we went later on to pick him up, I got to actually talk to John Delancey, who plays Q. Got to talk to him a little bit, but really, I could care less. Me and my sister actually found a lady that we knew through Girl Scouts, and that taught us how to do the electric slide. So we were off dancing with her while everyone was like, "Ooh, John Delancey." I'm like, "Ooh, what? I'm gonna dance." By the way, the song playing now is Jai Ho, the song from Slumdog Millionaire. Again, whole Bollywood love. But this is the one that the Pussycat Dolls didn't ruin. This is the other version. I do have both versions though. Other other celebs I met, Larry McReynolds, NASCAR personality. He's a lot. If you hear his voice, he's a lot of the ones who does a lot of the announcing on TV for NASCAR races. I got to meet him a couple times. He actually checked out through my line. He's hilarious. It was one of those. Wait a minute, I know that voice. I actually know that face, and I know that name on the credit card. A couple of Christian writers that I've got to meet, Jennifer Hudson Taylor and Amy Clipston, are local writers, and you may or may not know who they are, but check them out. They're pretty cool. They got pretty interesting writing. Amy Clipston has a lot of Amish stuff. Her and Jimerson, I think she's got a lot of Amish and Celtic stuff, so they're pretty cool. Another NASCAR guy I got to meet from actually visiting our store is Cole Witt. I actually have the poster where it said, you know, Cole's coming to Walmart to visit. I actually do have the poster we had on the door in my room. Tom Cicado, he's a Ren Fair performer I got to meet, Captain Red. But it's pretty cool. He got to be an extra in, right now I'm blanking the name of the movie, but I'll post a link to his IMDb profile, and I'm going to try to find it. I think there actually is a place where you can see a clip of where he is in the movie. A lot of Ren Fair performers I've gotten to meet, which I've realized, I keep reading that they tour a lot, so a lot of people have gotten to meet them, and it's like, oh, that's great, you do know who they are. There's a group called Barely Balanced. I'll link below. They are really cool acrobats. It's two guys and a girl, and they're really cool. Sirena, they are really cool. You can see them in my videos, in fact, their performance. Zilch the Tory Stellar, also you can see his video. A couple years ago, there's this kind of a group. It's actually these two guys called Cast in Bronze. The two guys who tour with a carillon. If you don't know what that is, it's this gigantic box with a bunch of bells. You know, like those church bells that you hear ringing? They play those. These two guys tour with a whole bunch of bells that they play, and it's amazing. I'll link their stuff there. Scott Sable, I don't know how many people remember him. He was like American Idol season 5 or 6. I think he was the season that Carrie Underwood had won. He was like in the top 5 or top 3. I actually got to meet him because while I was living in Smyrna, Tennessee, just south of Nashville, he was one of the millions of people who moved to Nashville to get a recording contract. Since Simon Cowell didn't give him one, he came to Nashville, and until he could actually start recording, after he bled through his American Idol money, he actually worked in the Teal at Walmart for a while. And honestly, I'm going to tell you right now, I didn't even know who he was. All of a sudden, this guy comes in the break room, and half of our apparel team like surround him and like are going all fangirl on him, and I was going, who is that? That's the new guy in TLE. Why are they all freaking out? Oh, it's Scott Sable. He was on American Idol. I'm like, okay, who? I really had no idea who he was. But I got to talk to him a few times in the break room. He's pretty cool. I actually got to see some of his performances online. He's not half bad. Scott Sekulow is another one of those messianic artists, well, not artists, but messianic speakers. He's actually a rabbi that I've gotten to meet and went to actually his congregation when I went to Atlanta back in February. Some people know who he is just from his speaking in messianic movement. His brother, Jay Sekulow, is like a well-known lawyer. He's especially an advocate for Jewish rights, kind of like the Jewish lawyer for Jewish rights. So he's pretty cool. But Scott Sekulow is pretty cool. You can check out his congregation, link below. Stuart Dowerman is another big name in the Messianic movement. Back in 2001, I got to go to a conference in Colorado and actually sing in the choir with him directing us, so that was really cool. Liz Curtis Hicks, another author that I've gotten to meet at a women's conference. She's hilarious, and she's a cool person. She's just absolutely hilarious and cool. Hilarious and cool. Cool places I visited. I pretty much mentioned a little bit. Cherokee Village, Williamsburg, historical Williamsburg. was pretty cool. It was rainy as all get out when we went there, but we took a little bit detour to get there, and actually went in the tunnel that goes under the bay, and I was hoping it would be really cool and get to actually look out into the water, but it was pouring down rain. I've got the videos for that. I don't know if I've posted it on my other channel or not, but oh goodness gracious, I could see water hitting more water, and I think it was a big body of water, and then we went down the tunnel, and that was really cool. And I've gotten actually to see the ocean. A lot of people are like, oh yeah, I visited the ocean, like this many times I've been to the beach, blah blah blah. Okay, let me explain to you something. Being a girl from the Midwest, born and raised, not venturing too far from the Midwest, the Ohio River was the coolest body of water I've really ever gotten to see, and then the Wabash. I feel like the Wabash is going, hey! But, so being able to see the ocean, looking off the coast of America, standing on the edge of America, and looking out at the ocean, not seeing anything except more and more and more and more and more water. It's really cool. So a lot of people are like, oh, that's just so weird. You know, it's like, it's just the ocean. It's like, yeah, but it's something that a lot of people take for granted, I think. When you've never seen such a vast amount of water, it really blows your mind once you get there. And I keep telling my sister she needs to get her butt out here and see it. My brother's lived in New York, but he's in upstate New York, so he hasn't even seen the ocean yet. So I'm like, you guys have to go. You guys don't understand. It's so freaking cool. It's nothing like that stupid Ohio River where you can see Kentucky on the other side. It's so awesome. So yeah, that's definitely been one of my like coolest things I've gotten to see. Question number 23. Favorite book series. As a non-reader, there hasn't been too many book series that I've really loved. I mean, Hunger Games, Twilight, they're really good. But one that's gone on for quite a bit now, the Percy Jackson series, and the, you know, Heroes of Olympus and all that together, anything with Percy Jackson in it, it's been an awesome series. Just finished House of Hades, and Mom's about halfway through it now. It's awesome. I mean, maybe for kids, for teens, but it's pretty cool for adults too. It really is. It's been a lot of fun reading it and screaming and cussing out Rick Riordan for how dare you know, make us wait so long. So yeah, that's been fun. Next question, I actually have not thought of an answer for yet, so you guys get it fresh. Carolyn, the question she sent to me was, if you could be a character in a TV show, movie, or book, who would you choose to be and why? Whew. Like I said, I haven't actually thought of that answer yet, so let me think for a minute. I mean, there's so many, you know, TV shows and books and movies that I like, but like if I could take over one character's place, that would be so hard for me. I don't know, I think part of me would want to take over for Annabeth Chase in Percy Jackson series. Percy Jackson's girlfriend. Ooh, if you don't know, now you know. Because I've been tested as daughter of Athena, so to take over my sister's position will be kind of cool. I'll just actually pick one from each. So for books, I would probably take over Annabeth. That way, you know, to be in that world and to be with Percy and all of them would be pretty cool. If I could take over any TV show character, I really haven't watched that much TV. It's been like forever and a day. So I think I would take over a character in Glee. Like, if I could be really anybody in Glee, just to be able to, sing and dance, like them, and to be with that tight-knit group of friends, I think it'd be pretty cool. I don't really want to be Brittany or Santana. They're kind of, Rachel's too much of a Jap, if you know what that means, a Jewish American princess. I think I would probably want to be Mercedes, because, just big and fabulous. So probably Mercedes, she's pretty cool. Whichever character ends up with Artie, that's the character I want. I would take over really anybody, any girl in the ensemble of Glee would be awesome to be. Not to relive high school, but just to have that close group of friends and to be able to sing like that. They're just awesome. I could be a character in a movie. Oh gosh. There's so many movies and so many characters. No, I'm not gonna say I want to be Bella Swan. No, I don't. I really don't. I want to be the Saw dude in the Saw movies. No kidding. Kidding. I've never actually seen any of those. Because I'm smart. I don't know. Actually, I think, well, book and movie, really, in that case, but I like to be Elizabeth Bennet in Pride and Prejudice, the Keira Knightley version, because to play Elizabeth Bennet to Matthew McFadden's Darcy, would be so much fun. So yeah, I think being Elizabeth Bennet, I think I understand her a bit, because she's misunderstood a little bit, but she wants things her way, but she wants to control people, and it's just the way Jane Austen characters are pretty much usually are. So I think I would love to be Elizabeth Bennet. That'd be fun. Question number 25. Almost done. 37 hours later. States I visited. Actually, they're listed right here. Indiana, Tennessee, and North Carolina are the 3 states I've actually lived in. I visited South Carolina, Illinois, Kentucky, Missouri, Kansas, Colorado, Virginia, West Virginia, and Georgia. Like Missouri, I've driven through. West Virginia, we skirted through on the way to Virginia and to Kentucky. So yeah, there's the 12 states that I've actually gotten to visit. Eventually, one of these days, I'd like to visit all of them, or at least a good chunk of them. But those are the few that I've actually gotten to see so far. Question number 26. I actually had to write on a separate page because, well, it was a longer question than I expected. If you could spend 24 hours with anyone, dead or alive, who and why? I had a slow moment at work, and I thought about this one for quite a while. I was like, do I want to meet some of my family and, get to know family history, or do I want to meet someone famous in history, or somebody who's just got a cool heritage that I'd like to learn about how they lived back in the day? And I realized I could combine some of that into, I would love to meet my Cherokee ancestor. Unfortunately, we don't really know her name, but I would love to meet her, spend a day asking her questions like, how is it like living on the lands with your family, and, what was going through your mind when you were kicked out and sent on the trail, and what was going through your mind when you stopped in Missouri and met Mr. Elrod. Just all that stuff. I just would love to just pick her brain on how she lived and how she felt going through the Trail of Tears, and just the mix of emotions, and then settling down with some Irish potato farmer and having a mixed Cherokee Irish baby and everything. I would love to know, how she felt and what she went through. I think that'd be really cool to just be able to do. So So yeah, that's kind of something I would love to do. And one of these days, you know, hopefully we'll meet in heaven and I'll just be there like, oh my gosh, so what happened? And number 27, the final question. I know you're all thinking, oh thank God. I figured dream job. And then I kept thinking, what is my dream job? And I've been talking to Janine for a while about, I love promoting things. Like, I love promoting my friends' projects. I mean, with Steam Powered Giraffe, I helped get one of their videos to 1 million views. I've helped get votes for different things that they've done. You're just sitting there pushing the fans. Remember to vote. Don't forget to vote. So that was a lot of fun. I've promoted concerts just to friends. I've been helping my friend Cindy with her books, promoting her books. And I'm thinking, okay, yeah, that's great and all, but how do you make a career out of that? Me and Janine have been actually talking about that very thing. But then I'm thinking, you know, once I decided to start vlogging, I was thinking, this would be a perfect place. You know, being a YouTuber, not only can I use these videos to promote bands, friends, projects, you know, businesses, whatever, but I can also use this to help people, whether I give you advice or you just learn from my life lessons or whatever. I can help people by doing these videos, plus entertain you. No, I promise, if I'm going to dance, it's going to be way better than that, I promise. You only get random, stupid dances. Which you'll probably see a lot of tomorrow. A lot of stupid dancing tomorrow. Technically today, since it's after midnight. Yeah, I've realized that doing these vlogs and becoming a YouTuber, becoming a YouTube partner, this may be just the outlet I need and that I'm looking for, is being able to use these videos to promote and to advise and, you know, to preach if I need to, and, you know, to entertain. I mean, so my dream job is right here, being a YouTuber. I just wish I was making money off of it. So far I've earned a whopping 2 cents. And eventually, you know, it'll happen. You know, we'll get more views and get more people clicking things, and, you know, I'm hoping for, you know, knock on wood, some brand deals that, like, Tobuscus has gotten to do and Shekaral's gotten to do. I'm actually going to probably contact some local businesses and local brands, because there's a lot of brands that are right here in the area, and maybe do some work for them. So who knows? This may end up being my job. Who knows? So yeah, there it is. 27 questions about Ginger Princess. So yeah, this is all for the vlog, and it's probably a really long vlog, and I'm going to have fun editing you here in a minute. So, love, peace, bye.